Chairperson and members of the National Council for Higher Education, the Vice Chancellors of the participating higher education institutions, members of the Graduate Survey Interagency Technical Committee, members of the media, gentlemen, ladies, good morning, or good afternoon rather. On behalf of the National Council for Higher Education, I welcome you to this event. My name is Hannu Shipena, the Executive Director at NCHE. NCHE has entrusted me with the responsibility to facilitate the proceedings of the launch of the 2017 and 2018 cohort graduate survey. Due to COVID, we launched this survey virtually. The survey will be launched virtually, and over 11,000 students will participate online in this survey. No physical contact. Survey results will also be relayed to participants and stakeholders through electronic media. Even if COVID was not here, conducting the event through virtual means should be the way to go. The education subsector has a duty to provide leadership in society's migration to more efficient virtual platforms. Allow me to provide you with a snapshot of our proceedings for this afternoon. Sylvia Demas, the Deputy Executive Director at NCHE, will inform us of what the survey is all about, what we aim to get from it, and how the survey results will be analyzed, also how the information will be collected. Following her introduction, she will continue to present highlights from the previous survey. This is not the first survey that NCHE coordinates. We have had 3 surveys before. Thereafter, Professor Linshan Gorases, the chairperson of the National Council for Higher Education, will then launch the survey. The chairperson, in launching the survey, she will inform us of the survey itself, why we are doing it, what it will benefit, and who will utilize it and how it will be utilized. At this juncture, I would then like to call upon Ms. Demas, the Executive Director, to come and present. And before she presents, the rest of the afternoon will go as follows. Following Professor Linshan Gorases' presentation, we will have representatives, actually not representatives, Vice Chancellors from the participating higher education institutions to provide us with brief remarks. And after their brief remarks on the survey, the chairperson of the NCHE Funding Framework, Higher Education Management Information System and Research, Mr. Herman Roots, will give a vote of thanks. The participating institutions are IOL, UNAM, IUM, and NUST. And we are going to follow to see what has happened to the students that graduated in 2017 and 2018. We can go. Ms. Demas, please lead us.
The purpose of this presentation is to provide information on the background, importance, and procedures of the National Graduate Survey for the year 2021. In terms of background, we all know that higher education plays an important role in social, economic, and political development of any nation. Over the last decades, the demand for participating in higher education has increased, and this has challenged the governments and higher education systems to design access and quality strategies. The government of Namibia responded by strengthening quality assurance processes and enhancing funding opportunities to facilitate student access to higher education institutions. The government also committed to ensuring that the education and training system responds to industrial needs. That's why the National Council for Higher Education exists as a central advisory and regulatory body that interprets and translates national development policies into priorities and goals that are pertaining to higher education. Our functions at NCHE includes coordination of the higher education system, promotion of student access to higher education institutions, promotion of quality assurance in higher education, and guiding the funding of public higher education institutions. And that is why we regularly monitor, we evaluate the trends and quality of higher education, and the quality and the relevance of higher education in Namibia. And we do this through different initiatives, including the graduate surveys. Graduate surveys are therefore a standardized undertaking of tracing students or tracing graduates sometimes after they have left the higher education institutions. Common questions that are asked in graduate surveys include the use of knowledge gained during studies, the transition of the graduates to work, the link between study programs and the job market, the job success in terms of salaries, the positions and the working conditions of the graduates, adequacy of the employment, and retrospection on the services and conditions in the study programs and the institutions. Why the graduate survey is important? It's because the information collected from graduate surveys might be used for quality improvement in higher education. It can be used for policy formulation and development planning, can be used for research, career counseling, and by individual students when they are making choice or deciding on the choices they make on which programs to pursue. The main objective of this graduate survey is to reflect on what the graduates think about